Hello everyone, Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a tasting of 3 wines from the Alumni Wine Collection. So this is kind of really special. They offer this to the alumni family. This is the 6th kind of time they've done this, and it's really a neat concept where they have these limited edition wines, and they have a panel that judges wines that are from people that graduated from Cornell. And so this year also they've got the labels that are also done by Cornell grads. They have a white wine, a Chardonnay from Lakewood Vineyards in the Finger Lakes region. I'll talk about each one of them a little bit. They have a Pinot Noir and a Cabernet Sauvignon from real Nice Winemakers in Columbia Valley. And then they also have a sparkling wine, which I didn't buy that wine also. And they're really quite affordable. It's kind of just a nice concept of, having some wines that have the alumni. And the people that have the labels, the label for the Pinot Noir and the Chardonnay are done by Erik Breejen, who is a Master of Fine Arts, 2006. And then the Cabernet Sauvignon label is done by his wife, Maria Calandra. So, and they still, I think, work in the New York area. They're not very expensive wines. I think they're $20 or $30 a piece. And I'm going to go through them, but I just think it's a lovely concept that, they've honored people that have graduated from Cornell. And then the labels are beautiful, and it's just a unique type wine. It's not for investment purposes, but it's for everyday drinking. Before I taste each one, let's talk about each one. So the Lakewood Vineyards. So this is from a place the Lakewood Vineyards is located just north of Watkins Glen in the on Seneca Lake in the Finger Lakes region. It is family owned and has been operated since 1951, so the 3rd generation run it. And these are siblings, Chris Stamp, graduated in 83, Dave Stamp in 83, and Teresa Stamp Knapp, graduated in 90. So, Finger Lakes is kind of a neat region. I haven't really drank a lot from there, so it's kind of neat to try it out. I think they're more famous for their Riesling and Pinot Noir, but let's try out their Chardonnay. The 2 wines from Real Nice Vineyards, it was established by Anthony Von Nice, who is an MBA graduate in 2010 in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. And again, it's got we've got the Cabernet and the Pinot Noir, so that'll be interesting too. I haven't had a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon from Oregon. I'm going to close up on the back of the labels, but they have a little bit of tasting note on the back of them. I think those tasting notes were done by the panel who actually tasted these wines. Again, it's just a really interesting taste. It's kind of a unique product, so I thought I'd do a video on it. Here's the front labels, and you can see how beautiful the designs are. This is a husband and wife team. And then this on the back of the Chardonnay tells you a little bit about the wine and some tasting notes. And then also acknowledges that the artist is either Maria Calandra or Erik Breejen. Let's taste the wines. Let's start with the Chardonnay. The back of the label says complex aromatics speak of pineapple, pear, and apple knitted in with notes of freshly baked biscuit. Texture is creamy and rich, finished along with balanced acidity and just a hint of butterscotch. So I'll let you know that I did have this with a number of my friends. They all seem to enjoy it. I don't think it's really a ageable wine. It's a pop and open, and in fact I actually liked it a little bit better earlier today. This now being quite extendedly aerated, so I think I liked it a little bit better when it was fresh out of the bottle. A little bit fresher. But let's go with the tasting notes on this. So on the nose, a little bit of toasty oak, citrusy kind of components to it. I can see the pineapple and the pears on the nose. So quite good aromatics in this. I thought it was fresher when it first came out of the bottle. It's very citrusy. I've got a little bit of that brioche breadiness at the end. Very typical American Chardonnay, in my opinion. A little bit lighter than what I would see with Californian Chardonnay, but I still like it. The style is quite nice. It is ready to drink right away. I don't think you need to age it or aerate it too long. My score of this wine is 87 points. Let's now go to the Pinot Noir, and this is from Real Nice Winemakers in the Willamette Valley. The tasting note on the back, our 2021 Pinot Noir has a beautiful nose of ripe cranberries, rich earth, black tea, and cinnamon bark. The palate is true to Oregon Pinot, fresh raspberry and black cherry with a hint of red currant, all framed by silky tannins and balanced acidity. I will let you know that this was my favorite of the wines, and among my friends, there was a toss-up between whether they liked this one or the Cabernet a little bit better. But I personally like this more, but I thought it was very prototypical American Pinot Noir, a little bit heavier than what you would find in Burgundy. But let's have a smell of this. So on the smell, good aromatics. I think it's, again, it's dampened a little bit right now because it's been aerated for quite a long time. When it came out of the bottle, it was much fresher, so I don't think you need to decant this wine at all. I love the color of this wine. It's nice and dark, almost like a black currant type dark. And the nose gives you some violets, some black currants, black plums, quite a nice nose to this. Maybe some raspberries in there also. On the palate, really good intensity of dark fruit like blackberries and raspberries. A little bit of austerity at the end, almost like some tea leaves. But I quite like the aftertaste. It's quite fruity in its presence. Quite balanced. Maybe a little bit short on the aftertaste. But I quite like this wine. I'm going to give this wine 89 points. It's quite a nice, easy to drink Pinot Noir in my opinion. Again, don't need to wait on this, no need to aerate this. Just pop it open and enjoy. And the last wine we have is the Cabernet Sauvignon from Real Nice Vineyards. This is their 2020. So on the back of the label it says, our 2020 Cabernet Sauvignon deftly balances lush dark fruit and firm tannins. The powerhouse makes a statement with aromas of bramble pie, brooding plum, and forest leaves. French oak aging adds layers of spiced cedar and tobacco. Structure and minerality are balanced by its smooth texture. Half of our group actually enjoyed this more than the Pinot. Personally, I found it was a little bit light in the tannin structure. It is 13.6 alcohol content, which is a little bit light for a American Cabernet. But I think other people appreciated that they could pick up these spicy notes, and they really liked the peppery, spicy notes on this wine. So let's have a smell and taste of this wine. Again, this has not been decanted. I don't think it really needs decanting. So on the smell, you get that right away. Oak, dark fruit, a little spice, a little bit of Italian herbs also. I almost smell a little bit of tropical fruit type aromas, which tells me it's a little bit cooler climate. Yeah, on the taste, you get a lot of spiciness, pepperiness. You have the oak. I think the finish is quite nice. It's good acidity. I think for me, the tannins are a little bit light and the body is a little bit light for a Cabernet Sauvignon. I mean, in terms of pure drinking pleasure, it's a fine wine. It's nice. It doesn't need a lot of aging. It doesn't need aeration. It's, you know, you pop it open, it's quite satisfying. So let's try the taste of it. Yeah, you do get that spiciness on the end of this, which personally I don't prefer, but a lot of people that drank with me really like this. It's really spicy, like peppery, herbs, minerality, a lot of that savory component to this wine. Yeah, really, really spicy. And some people really like this. I think it's pretty decent. My rating of this wine is going to be 88 points. I hope you've enjoyed this tasting. I've enjoyed bringing you these wines. Again, kind of a specialized product, but I thought it was just neat to do it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.